today we're going to do a little bit of exploring. Seeing as we've been in the city for 2 years already and still not taking full advantage of where we are, now it's time to explore the city a little bit. Today is about exploring the spots that you wouldn't necessarily think about first when you're here as a traveler or a backpacker. Places that only the locals really go, the hidden gems, the little treats scattered in between the streets, if you will. So that's what today is all about. Today we're going to focus on one part of the town and we're just going to see a couple of sights along the way. Let's see what we find. Right behind me here is the North Gate. So many might not realize, but Taipei used to be a walled city, fit with northern, southern, western and eastern gates, all of which still remains today. The grandest of which is right here, the Northern Gate, which of course brings you into the heart of the city, brings you into the administrative center. This is where we begin our adventure today. We're actually venturing north of the wall to see what we can find. Taipei definitely isn't short of some fascinating temples, and this one is pretty special. This might be the skinniest temple in the world. If you think I was kidding about Taiwanese temples, they are everywhere, just like this one. Down an unassuming street, you wouldn't even know it. now we're at Fachukung Temple, which you can very much tell this is a temple for the locals. It's right in the middle of this square surrounded by endless numbers of stalls which are just filled with locals, and it's quite clearly a temple for the community, this one. But it's so beautiful. It's absolutely amazing how much intricate detail and care goes into building these temples that are only used by the community. It's amazing. So let's go find some more. So now we're walking down Dihua Street, which just so happens to be Taipei's first street. Not too far from here is the original Dadaocheng wharf, and from there products, goods will be shipped in, and then from there the city built into what it is today. So ever since, this spot has been quite significant in the city of Taipei. Then right round the corner, well, what do we have? Presbyterian Church. That's something that you don't really see often here in Asia. It's actually quite refreshing. Behind me here, according to many, is the most beautiful Starbucks branch in the world. I'm at the Hong Choon Museum, which back in the day, back in Dadaocheng's heyday, this used to be the largest tea manufacturer in the entire district and Taipei as a whole. If you know anything about Taiwan and Asian culture in general, they know a thing or two about their tea. So the fact that this at one point was the largest, was the biggest, was the main man, that's quite significant. So where I'm at right now, this is the all-important roasting room. Before you have your blessed bag of PG tips or Thai food, then tea leaves have to be roasted first. And it would be done in a place like this. Throughout this room there are enormous pits that would be filled to the brim with charcoal. And above that there are these baskets with a sort of sieve where the tea leaves would be placed on top. In this process, they'd be left for weeks and weeks on end, with the fire continuously burning. Thus, the tea would have to be watched 24 hours a day to ensure, obviously, that the entire place doesn't go up in flames. So now we're at Xiahai City God Temple in the middle of Dihua. Though it may not look like much, this is actually a very significant temple for locals. Taiwan has a thing where each temple has its own significance, that you come to pray for specific things or specific needs. And so this one, the City God Temple, is one that you pray for love. And it has quite a complicated process to do it too. First you have to buy a pack of incense, light the incense and come out to the central cauldron in front of the main hall. Introduce yourself and announce who it is that you love. After that, you also then need to come inside and pray to Xiahai himself, god deities, the wife of Xiahai, and the Buddha himself. Then and only then can you come outside and place your incense sticks in the cauldron. And supposedly you have to make a promise to Xiahai of a gift or an offering that you'll give him once your wish has been granted. That's why many married couples following the special day come here to give the offerings that they promised. So obviously I had to pray for my loved one, didn't I? Aww. Taiwan has a very wonderful habit of having every sort of niche in one corner of the city. For example, they have a furniture district, they have an electronic district, and then this one here is the fabric district. It's a maze of fabrics here. Like I'm just getting lost in the plush. They have cotton, nylon, linen, cashmere, that fake shit that you have on taxi car seats. So literally, if you're ever in the need for any sort of fabric during your time in Taipei, for whatever reason that might be, then this is the place to come. Hey, I'm starting to feel claustrophobic here, man. How the fuck do I get out of here?